Can you feel it in the air? We got Sugar Shack TV up in here. Oh god.
Wow, you really took it back. I'm feeling the Love Jones
Remember
vibe
that?
going on. Oh yeah.
Those were dope, though. I can't even lie. Those were dope, like, especially date nights. Those were dope.
It's the feeling of love everywhere. I can only imagine it was probably a lot of places like that in New York, Tara, right, growing up.
It was. I went to one, and me and my girlfriend, would never forget. It was one, and it was, you
I
know,
thought you never forget.
it was no. I'm trying to find the right words to say it to not like with all of these labels and or whatever. But it was one of the performers was a lady, but she looked more, what do you call it? Back in my day, I don't know what they call them now, like butch.
Oh, hard. A little
And
masculine.
okay, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying not to be offensive, but
I
she had
think butch is a real word. Like I think they say
it
that
is oh,
themselves.
okay. And she did a poem,
It
and
was
it was
good.
crazy. Yeah, it was called cucumber, but she
Don't
said something
don't
like,
talk about what the cucumber
no,
is.
no, no, listen. It was like what
Mm-mm.
you was saying. She was like, cucumber.
Oh, we got him in the
I was like,
house.
oh, okay.
Y'all gonna make me go get my notebook. I got some things written down, and I'm not good with coming off the dome. I'm not Tupac, but I can flow some poetry a little bit. But I don't say things like this with L,
It don't sound. It ain't. It's
love.
not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not giving. Av. It's
Yeah, see, not my thing, but I do some poetry. I'm just not gonna do it right now. That's I'm gonna leave it alone. Leave it alone, cause I can't even top the cucumber. So it pause.
That joint was
I'm
good.
obviously not topping cucumbers. So pause. But no, I dug poetry back in the day, and as you get older, you really begin to appreciate it. Kind of like jazz. The older you get, it's just certain things you really learn to truly enjoy. Uh, and I wish I had a grasp of it when I was younger. When you're teenagers, everything is moving so fast in your life, and jazz is that mellow, chill, smooth kind of vibe. And poetry has that same feel when you with a chick. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't quite get it, but I get it now.
Yeah, your taste buds change
come on
as
up,
you get
Pink. Since you
older.
in the since you at the basement tonight, come on up.
Oh,
Oh
one of the
Lord,
things that I was
he
gonna
he,
say
he ain't
too.
talking shit.
No, he's not. Is I don't know what Sugar Shack talk about though. But one of the things that I could was thinking about, like we were just talking about, how like back in the day, going to like those poetry places was nice for a date. So again, you know how this debate keep going back and forth about girls talking about don't take me on a coffee date, blah blah blah. Would that would do you think it's more about how, and I'm speaking from the girl side, do you think when these girls are talking, what they're focused on in terms of a date is how much the guy spends on them or the quality of the date? Because I'm thinking about like going to like a poetry thing, like things that you can do that may not necessarily cost a lot of money, but it's still something that would be considered a good date. Would that be an issue too, you think?
I think that when people say go on a coffee date, they mean oh meet me at Starbucks.
Hmm.
And it could be very well that those are the coffee shops that are in their town. But we live in major cities where coffee shops can be very nice. The ambiance is nice. They sell different things besides just coffee. Obviously it's not going to be an expensive place, but the ambiance is giving nice. It's
Mhm.
not like just Dunkin' Donuts.
Mhm.
So you can be creative at a coffee shop. It doesn't have to be like the coffee shop across the street is like a nice coffee shop. I've been to coffee shops. They have like the little plugins. People are there for business. They're very ups. And I've been to coffee shops where the ambiance, like they have candles, it's lit, it's like dim. They got like music flowing. So there are different types of coffee shops, right? Um, this is my thing on coffee shops. Can I give it to y'all real fast?
Mhm.
Now take your time, baby. Take your
Use
time.
coffee shops. If you meet a man online and you have never met this man in real life, so you guys don't even know if you're attracted to each other, because you're taking out the initial meet, meaning if I met you in a grocery store, I've met you before, right? So I know if I'm attracted to you. Since you don't have that interaction, I say meet at a coffee shop. Coffee shop is short, sweet. Imagine being with somebody and have to sit through dinner with them and you don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you sit here thinking, like, what's on TV tonight? Like, why would you want to even do that to that person anyway? If there's no connection, why would I even want to go on this extravagant date with you, make you spend all of this money when there it's just not a it's not a we're not attracted to each other. It shouldn't even get to that point. It's just the initial I'm meeting up with you. I've never met you in real time, or I've never met you offline. So I'm just trying to see you, and then we were like, okay, let's have a date or something. I don't see what's wrong with that. Why you have to go straight into this dinner date? And I feel like this, just ladies, you should be picky about your nights. Like night is like should be. I just feel like if you're going out with strangers late at night and you don't even know this dude like that, like it's just. I think the
Fro-
women today are
From
doing.
what I was hearing,
What?
that like, oh, go ahead, AP.
Let me finish
No,
saying. I think the women today are doing way too much. It's all about what he's spending. Like, if you're trying to meet somebody, you're really trying to get to know somebody. Why does that even matter? You can go to an inexpensive restaurant that looks nice if it's all about just the ambiance. So go ahead, AP.
so I think that first to touch on what you were saying for just a second, Shan, and more or less the end of it. I think women oftentimes put money, so their value of men is how much is in a man's bank account and not what's in a guy's mind, not what direction he wants to take the relationship. So I think women miss the mark on that, which is why there's so much, in my opinion, singleness in here in Western countries. Now, to answer mistaken, I think people misdefine what intimacy actually is. An intimate setting is a setting to where I can actually get to know you. There's minimal distraction, and we can get to know each other on a more personal level. And that's what a coffee shop can do. Um, and I think that's where the mark is missed. So they say, uh, like the one girl that was on the Sunday show almost a year ago, I guess, that refused to go on a coffee date and was talking about going to 3-star Michelin or 5-star restaurants. Um, what she doesn't understand is if a man really wants to get to know her, that's not where he's going to take her. If a man really wants to get to know you, he's going to take you somewhere quite a bit more intimate. If he wants to bed you, he might take you to one of those spots. And basically, you just put the cost of your box out there. That's what it's going to cost to get that box, because that is the expectation when a man takes you to a spot like that.
Mhm.
But if you're really looking to get in a real relationship and you're really looking to grow with a man, you want to get to know that man. If you truly want to know if it's a proper time investment, those small intimate dates, those quick ones, especially at the beginning, so you can know if it's a waste of time. To your point, Shan, go get Go to a wine bar, go to a coffee bar, go to a poetry reading. Those are things that allow you the opportunity and the space to have dialogue without interruption. And that's where you can truly have those intimate settings to know somebody.